ever seen an Indian Alto reach 100 kilometers per hour in a blink of an eye? Have I ever seen an Indian Alto with a massive turbo in its engine
Bro,
bay?
that's the wrong car. Now this is the correct car.
So there is no other person who knows their car more than the owner himself. So we have the owner of this beautiful Alto K10, Mr. Mahen De Silva, to tell about this project. So, Mr. Mahen, how is it going?
It's going well.
So I have some few questions for Mahen and maybe some answers that you would want to give to the audience. So, what's the inspiration behind this build?
Well, you can say that it was Fast and the Furious
Uh-huh.
and the Need for Speed franchise. So that's what made me actually get into the whole car modification and car racing and stuff like that.
Right, so that's what made you pick this car and do this extraordinary build. Now, so what are the performance mods and other essential modifications that you have done to get this much power?
So basically, I have turbocharged the car. It's running a Gallop turbo with a front mount intercooler, external wastegate, straight through exhaust, decatted. That was a 2-inch with a 2-inch piping. All is done at Vicar DP Racing, or as many people know, Weber. So yeah, it's running aftermarket ECU as well, a Grady ECU, and it has been tuned by Sabri.
Right, that's good to know. Now, was it difficult to get all these mods installed to the car, and what was the experience like?
Yes, well, since it was a first of its kind, everything was an experiment basically. So we had to try each part and see and hope that it works out. So even the turbo kit, the piping and everything was done custom for this, so nothing was pre-made. So yeah.
Right, so it must have been a very good experience though.
Yes, and a lot of hours in the garage.
Right. So now, if one were to do a similar build like this, so give us a brief explanation on maybe some advice on to a person.
I would say that first try to do as much research on it as much as possible, and like for example, if it's a 1000cc car like this, go online and research on other 1000cc models which they have turbocharged, and check on your engine compatibility and all of that, because even like the ECU which I got in this, so it's not 100% compatible with my car.
Right.
So it was all an experiment, and you have to be ready to lose a bit of money also in the process.
Yeah, that's as usual.
Yes.
Now, did you have this car lying around at home, or did you just wake up and decide to get an Alto and do this build randomly?
Well, actually, I wanted to always go for a Civic or a Lancer back in the day, because, I mean, those were the cars
Yeah.
to go for. And somehow my family was not very supportive of the idea of me going for an older car.
Oh.
So they wanted me to go for a new car. And then I just wanted to get an exhaust done. So for my luck, Sasha Pires, who's the owner of Vicar DP Racing, his workshop was close to my house. So I took the car to him to get a muffler done. Just the muffler. Or as people nowadays call it, a bead barrel.
Right.
So I went to get a muffler done, and then he only advised me on why I should do a full exhaust from the headers itself. And then and at his workshop it was all Starlet GTs, Evos, STIs. So then I got into the whole idea of turbocharging the car as well, and seeing his Starlet GT, it was a real inspiration. So even he was totally up for experimenting. I mean, it's business for him. But yeah, so somehow I saved up money, and then after a couple of months after doing the exhaust is when I went for the turbo kit.
That's very good to hear. That's a good story, because this car was once a dream and now a reality.
Yes.
So, one last question. How does one tune a car, and how does one tune a car, and then where was this tuned, and also what was it like? How was your experience on tuning this Alto?
Yeah, well, after turbocharging the car, it took me almost 1.5 months to actually get the ECU wired in, because there were a few problems since I'm using a piggyback ECU, and so one part of it was the RPM sensor. We couldn't actually locate it, and then we had to take the car to AMW, where one of their technicians had to find it, and it was with the power steering connection. And then back then there was a garage called Apto Performance. That's where Salam used to tune his cars. So this was back in 2013.
Oh.
So that's where I got the car tuned. It was tuned on the load, not even on the dyno back then, and it was tuned for low boost at 0.4 bar, but now it's running 1 bar boost.
That's very good. So, Mr. Mahen, thank you for sharing your experience with us and with the audience as well. Now we'll move on with the exterior and all the other parts of the car.
Very interesting fact about this particular build. There are only 2 such examples on the island, and Mahen being the first ever person to do it in the entire world. Yes, and it is in this stunning color called Sonic Grey. And just like the engine bay, he has also done a few good, tasteful mods on the exterior as well, like custom LED lights along with the custom fog lamps, custom front lip, 14-inch Sparko racing wheels in gloss black wrapped with Kumho tires. This car is also fitted with an OEM suspension kit, custom side skirts as well, also fitted with a custom rear spoiler. This car also has a stainless steel 2-inch exhaust pipe with a resonator. So now we're in the interior, and just like the exterior and the engine, Mahen has also done very few tasteful mods to complement the entire sporty vibe of this K10. So let's get on with it. First off, in hindsight, you have this aftermarket OMP steering wheel, which feels great to the touch, I must say, 3-spoke. Yes, then you have a Jasma boost gauge and a HKS turbo timer. And for your pedals, you have a Momo pedal kit along with a Momo red leather gear shift knob, which is a 5-speed manual, which is pretty darn cool. And also the whole speaking of transmissions and all that, the transmission on this car has been fully rebuilt with Japanese bearings. Yes, and besides that, everything else is standard. It's what you get in a normal K10 and all that. So your basic necessities like door cabins, and your cabin space over here, your glove compartments, and all that good stuff. Nothing out of the blues. It's all pretty standard.
Hope you guys enjoy the review of this Turbo K10. Special thanks to Mahen Ayya for lending us the car to review.
Indeed. So, with that being said, boys, it's the first ever review for the year. And also, be sure to check out our Instagram, Streets of Ceylon 20, for more pictures and close-up exactly of this stunning turbocharged K10. And also check out our TikTok, Streets of Ceylon, and go subscribe to our channel, Streets of Ceylon, obviously. Turn on the bell notification to stay tuned for more unique cars, unique reviews of such cars like this. Yeah. So with that being said, boys, Streets of Ceylon, signing out as always.
Have you ever seen an Indian Alto reach 100 kilometers power? Okay. Have you ever seen an Indian Alto reach 100 kilometers per hour in the blink of an eye? Have you ever seen an Indian Alto with a massive
Too dramatic.
So,
along with, wait, hold on, what was that?